policy, and we're going to be looking at immigration and refugees. The first thing we want to look at is what countries have been most affected. 1. Syrian Arab Republic. 2. Afghanistan, 2.7 million. And 3. Somalia, 1.1 million. More than half the worldwide refugees came from 3 countries, that's 54%. The Syrian Arab Republic with 4.9 million, Afghanistan with 2.7 million, and Somalia with 1.1 million. Let's look on a larger scale. Just how big are the effects and how many people are getting affected by this? "24 people every minute." On average, 24 people worldwide were displaced from their homes every minute of every day during 2015, some 34,000 people per day. This compares to 30 per minute in 2014 and 6 per minute in 2005. With children being the most affected group out of all the refugees, let's look at some statistics that, well, highlight them and the effects it's had. "98,400. That's unaccompanied or separated children in 78 countries, mainly the Afghans, Eritreans, Syrians and Somalis. This was in 2015, and it was also the highest numbers since records began in 2006. 51%. Children below the ages of 18 constituted about half of the refugee population in 2015. This is up from 41% in 2009 and in the same as 2014. That's over half of the refugees being children. With all these people being displaced out of house and home, I want to look at who is providing asylum for all these countries and who is helping out the most on the larger scale. %86%. Developing regions hosted 86% of the world's refugees. At 13.9 million people, this was the highest figure in more than 2 decades. The least developed countries provided asylum for 4.2 million refugees, or about 26% of the global total. What are the top 3 countries for refugees for inhabitants per 1,000? Third is Nauru, 50 out of 1,000. Second is Jordan with 87 out of 1,000. And the top country in the world is Lebanon, 183 for 1,000. That is more than 18% of its population. I've only been able to scratch the surface here today about the crisis with refugees and immigration. If you'd like to find out more, there's now a link